My working morning starts at 9 o'clock and the first thing I do is say good morning to all of the team. The first thing that I do in the morning is answer my WhatsApps. So we obviously are working with different time zones. We're working with athletes from all around the world, and we've obviously got coaches and athletes that are already out in the States as well. So we have to kind of go on that. A lot of the time it is when we're sleeping that we get the messages through, just because of the different time zone. So if they're messaging us quite late in their time, it's going to be very late over here in the UK. That's the first thing I'm going to do. As you can see this morning, I woke up to quite a few different WhatsApps. So I'm just going to do that just now and get it all ready and sorted. A lot of people prefer to do it a wee bit later because obviously they might not be up yet, but I prefer to do it in the morning just so that my schedule's clear. I know it's all done. I don't need to worry about it again until they respond, and I can get it all done and dusted and out of the way, and that's like the first task completed. So yeah, that's one of the first things I do. Wake up, get washed, get ready, answer WhatsApps. The next thing that I do every morning is write out a to-do list so that I know what tasks I need to do in the day and what I really want to get done. The pandemic has caused a bit of disruption, so part of our daily task now is to check all of the eligibility centres, standardised testing companies, the visa embassy, absolutely everything to make sure that there's no updates or if there has been any kind of regulations changed from the norm, so that we can advise our student athletes and their families suitably. So you might have noticed by now that a lot of my job actually consists of just speaking to people, whether that be on the phone, over email, via WhatsApp, or even just meeting face to face. Conversation is absolutely key for this role. We are building relationships, so we have to be speaking to athletes, families, coaches all the time, and we need to know each of the school, the coach, and the person inside out to give a tailored service to each individual that we are working with. We all work as a massive team in the talent management team together. We don't work on an individual basis, so it's also vital that we are constantly keeping in touch. So I have my phone on me all the time, constantly checking up on the guys and seeing what else we can do for all of our athletes. FirstPoint USA do pay for a transcript evaluation for every athlete. However, these can take a couple of weeks to come back to you, so in the meantime I like to calculate the GPA for each of my athletes so that we are definitely having an accurate promotion created. Okay, so it's got warmer outside, so I'm going to take my laptop and we're going to be working outside. Let's go! So I have been asked to do part of the social media for Save the NHS, so that's what we're going to start doing and get involved. In the world of sports, social media is a massive thing, and that's no different for FirstPoint USA, so we all try to get involved, and it's actually keeping us all together in this little bit of madness that we're going through just now as well. So it's something fun to keep your head in the game. And as always, every single day there's something that you don't expect to be doing that pops up that you're going to need to complete urgently. So I'm just adding that to my to-do list for the day. Now that it's slightly later, I've noticed that coaches are starting to get up and they're starting to message us. So this is a good time to start grabbing coaches, giving them a phone call, giving them a WhatsApp, and start chatting about our players and what we've got and what's upcoming and what we need to know about their skills as well. So it's a really good time to get in contact, and then we also contact the rest of the team via our Teams app and just let them know what's going on. Mum, what time is it?
It's lunchtime.
Hey! So after lunch I've noticed that I completed a couple of tasks, so just taking this off my to-do list. I then spent quite a bit of time helping my athletes go through student eligibility centres. After that I needed some coffee. Then we went back to the eligibility centres. We're also kind of helping a lot of admissions inquiries out just now, just because we're getting closer and closer to the fall intake. It's just more common to be dealing with the admissions, eligibility centres, visas, all of those kind of things that student athletes will need to be going through at some point before they go out to the States. Like I said, social media is a massive thing, so we try to be as active as we can on social media and speak to our schools and coaches from there as well. We spend a lot of time reviewing footage of players as well, so that's what I'm going to do next.
Five hours later.
So I spent a lot of time doing direct targeting and promotion. I was getting a lot of texts and emails from coaches letting me know roster requirements for the next season. So I added that to our web page, which has over 70 pages of roster openings. And then I had a phone call with the coaches just to discuss. It is finishing time. So it's now 9:30. Between 5 o'clock and now, I've been answering my WhatsApp, getting back to coaches, dealing with people that are kind of overseas. Obviously everything's done a little bit later with you guys. I do have one last scheduled call tonight in about 10 or 15 minutes. So hopefully once that's done, that'll be me finished and I'll be able to relax a little bit before going to bed. But you never know, something could pop up at any time. It is now 10 to 11. The first phone call that I spoke about went on a little bit longer than expected, and then another couple of little things popped along the way as well. This hasn't been a full intro into what FirstPoint USA Talent Management Consultant does, but it gives you a small idea. But for now, I am so done and so ready for my bed. So, good night.